You're listening to the Winsight Podcast Network.
Grocery sales dipped in September. Convenience retailers are learning how to deal with unruly customers, and Albertsons is growing its loyalty program. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top news from Winsight Grocery Business and CSP Daily News. I'm Heather Lally, Editor-in-Chief at WGB.
And I'm CSP Editor-in-Chief Steve Holtz. Growth in grocery store sales tailed off in September, rising less than overall U.S. retail sales and reflecting the impact of a further relaxation of food price inflation. On a monthly basis, grocery sales were up 0.4%, while annually the sector saw sales rise 1.6%. Core U.S. retail sales grew 0.7% sequentially for September and were up 3% from a year earlier.
Convenience retailers talked about dealing with unruly customers during a Next Show workshop earlier this month. Wawa teaches its employees to use what it calls the PEACE model. Pause, empathize, assess the situation, control the situation, and end it successfully. Manager of Security Byron Coleman said the chain trains its associates about, quote, tagging in, that is, encouraging another associate to assist with a problem situation, and tagging out when the employee isn't comfortable with what's going on. Tagging up means to get management involved. We let our associates work with what they're comfortable with, he said.
Just over a year after announcing a planned acquisition by Kroger, Albertsons posted smaller sales gains for its fiscal 2023 second quarter, but topped Wall Street's earnings forecast. Net sales edged up 2.1%, while identical sales rose 2.9%, in part reflecting a 19% surge in online sales. Albertsons noted that its Just For You loyalty program member base expanded 17% to 37.4 million people in Q2.
Walmart on Tuesday announced a partnership with General Mills to further regenerative agriculture practices. The retail giant also re-upped its collaboration with organics recycling company Denali to divert food waste at all of its U.S. stores. Under the partnership with General Mills, Walmart and Sam's Club and General Mills said they would work to speed the adoption of regenerative agriculture on 600,000 acres in the U.S. by 2030. That's roughly the number of acres General Mills engages to source key ingredients for products sold by the retailers.
If convenience store retailers create an inspiring environment, they'll win customers' hearts and then their wallets. This comes from consultant Kevin Paul Scott, who spoke at the 2023 NACS show in Atlanta. To win the hearts of customers, however, it's necessary to win the hearts of employees because the two are tied together, he said. He added that it's critical to create an inspiring environment to attract, retain, and develop the top levels of talent in one's business.
Target Chief Operating Officer John Mulligan and Laisha Ward, Chief External Engagement Officer, are retiring after decades with the Minneapolis-based retailer. Mulligan will leave his post in February and will become a strategic advisor for Target until February 2025. Ward, who officially retires in April, is now a strategic advisor. Target on Tuesday also announced that Matt Zabel, who had previously served as the retailer's general counsel, has been named Chief Corporate Affairs Officer, and Kira Fernandez has been promoted to Chief Community Impact and Equity Officer.
Dick Miner is retiring from convenience store distribution company S. Abraham & Sons. It's a subsidiary of Imperial Trading Company. Miner is the Michigan Regional Vice President of Sales and began with the company in 1982.
Jaime Robles, Chief Procurement Officer for Casey's General Stores, is no longer with the convenience store retailer. That's according to an announcement on his LinkedIn page. Ankeny, Iowa-based Casey's has confirmed his departure. He did not offer details on his plans after Casey's.
And Ben Lucky is now Vice President of Food Service at Cal's Convenience in Frisco, Texas, he announced on LinkedIn. He joins the 209-store chain from Dash Inn. Lucky worked on improving the food service game at Dash Inn as Senior Category Manager of Food Service. That included creating the Stackadilla.
And that will do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News or winsightgrocerybusiness.com. I'm Heather Lally.
And I'm Steve Holtz. Have a great day.